U.S. Farm Report weather is brought to you by H&S Manufacturing. Maximize baleage yield with less time and effort with the LW1100 line wrap bale wrapper. You can wrap round or square bales, and the automatic operating mode allows for a one-person operation.
Meteorologist Jack Van Meter joining us with weather now, looking at a possible heat wave this weekend.
Taking a look at the drought monitor, we can see actually a couple areas of extreme dryness across the country, and actually a couple more areas where that dry conditions start to build in, especially right around the Great Lakes area, northern Indiana and parts of Ohio, dealing with some dryness. Again, not drought conditions, just some overall dry conditions. And unfortunately, we can see, especially out in West Virginia, that their drought conditions have not gotten any better the past couple days. Same deal down in South Texas. And of course, Montana is still dealing with those exceptional dry conditions. And unfortunately, it's not looking like it's going to get all that much better. It's all being driven by the jet stream right now, which right now we're dealing with a massive ridge in the middle of the country that's bringing very, very hot temperatures to Texas. Actually, much of Texas is seeing over 100-degree high temperatures throughout the weekend. And again, high pressure is building in Texas, throwing the jet stream well to the north of everybody there and even out of the country. As I put this in motion on Tuesday, that trough starts to move over, and actually we get a couple more troughs moving that ridge across the country. So much of the country is going to be dealing with those higher temperatures throughout much of the week. So it's something to keep an eye on. If you are outside for a prolonged amount of time, do want to make sure you're taking enough breaks there. For the next week, though, when we're looking at rainfall, we can see exactly where that high pressure ridge is building, because that's where we're not seeing any rain pretty much all the way from Texas, making a large arch through. We are getting a little bit of moisture down to the east of San Antonio, so that is good news. So getting a little bit of moisture there, and we can see a couple of those low pressure troughs that are coming in from Canada, depositing some nice, well needed, I should say, moisture up in places in the Dakotas, and we can see parts of Minneapolis as well, getting a nice drink of water there. Another thing we're watching are the risk of severe weather. Thankfully, though, few severe storms are expected at this time. We're not talking anything like an outbreak right now. Great news there. And also, take a look at our risks here. Damaging winds, rain, and hail, not that T word. So great news there. Day one today and day two tomorrow, as we can see, same risks on the table, just moved a little more east. So nothing too terrible there. And again, here's a precipitation outlook. Again, we can see that everything right now is mirroring what the jet stream is doing, throwing that big high pressure to the middle of the country, and unfortunately choking out much of the states from well-needed moisture.
Thanks, Jack. Well, good weather with strong yields in the I-states, but what was the most impressive part of Crop Tour this week, and what was the biggest disappointment? We'll have ProFarmers editor Brian Grady as well as AgriTalk host Chip Flory to join me for our marketing discussion next.